Let us see the last definition of the group theory, that is maximal normal subgroup. First we see the definition. A normal subgroup M of a group G is said to be maximal normal subgroup if there is no proper normal subgroup N of group G which is properly contained in M. म्हणजे काय, पहिल्यांदा तो नॉर्मल सबग्रुप असला पाहिजे आणि सगळ्या नॉर्मल सबग्रुपला तो काय सबग्रुपमधला तो काय पाहिजे, मॅक्सिमम पाहिजे, विच इज कॉल्ड ॲज मॅक्सिमल नॉर्मल सबग्रुप. फॉर एक्झाम्पल AN is a maximal normal subgroup of SN for n greater than or equal to 2. Let us see the example or solving some exercise in previous topic, that is show that Z plus and 3Z plus are isomorphic groups. For this purpose we define a mapping f from Z to 3Z as defined as f of n equals to 3n. Then trivially addition is an operation in both domain and codomain. Then f of n plus m equals to 3n plus m, which is 3n plus 3m. Therefore f is group homomorphism. Suppose f of n equals to f of m, therefore 3m equals to 3n, hence f is 1 1. Now for any y belongs to 3n belongs to 3z, there exists n belongs to z such that f of n equals to y, therefore f is on to, hence z is isomorphic to 3z. On the same way we prove that z is isomorphic to 4z, 5z, so and so on. That is, we prove that z is isomorphic to nz for a non-zero n. Next example, show that r plus and r raised to plus under multiplication are the isomorphic groups. For that purpose we define a mapping from f from r plus to r plus under multiplication as f of x equals to e raised to x. Then trivially f is homomorphism. Since f of x plus y is equals to e raised to x plus y, which is e raised to x into e raised to y, that is f of x into f of y. Since multiplication is operation in codomain, therefore f is homomorphism. F of x equals to f of y, therefore e raised to x equals to e raised to y, taking log of both sides, this implies x equals to y, therefore f is 1 1 function. Also there exists y belongs to r raised to plus, then there exists x equals to log y such that f of x equals to e raised to log y equals to y, therefore f is onto function, hence r plus it is isomorphic to r raised to plus under multiplication. Next example, let G be the abelian group, then define phi from G to G as f of a equals to a square. Then the question is that is f is group homomorphism. We check that f of ab equals to a square ab square, which is ab into ab. By associativity it can be written as a into b, but f is abelian, ba can be written as ab. Therefore it becomes a into bb, which is a square b square, therefore f of a f of b. It is hold if and only if G is abelian group. Now next example, let Sn be the symmetric group, be the group of permutation, and G is a group 1 minus 1, be the group with respect to multiplication. Then define a mapping from Sn to G as f of sigma equals to 1 if sigma is even permutation, minus 1 if sigma is odd permutation. Then show that f is group homomorphism. It is homework. This example showing that if sigma is even permutation and suppose delta is odd permutation, then product is what, and so on. Consider all of the cases. The above function is denoted by signature of sigma. Next theorem or next example in the exercise, a subgroup n of a group G is normal if and only if every left coset of n in G is same as right coset. Suppose n is normal subgroup, then by definition of normality Gn G inverse equals to n. This implies Gn G inverse G equals to Ng. Then by associative Gn G inverse G inverse G is identity, Gn equals to Ng. Therefore it is hold if n is normal subgroup, then every left coset is same as right coset. Now conversely, n is a subgroup of group G such that every left coset is same as right coset, then we have to prove that n is normal. Now for each G belongs to G, Gn equals to Ng dash for G dash belongs to G, then claim is to prove that n is normal in G, that is Gn equals to Ng for all G belongs to G. Hence for identity belongs to n, Ge belongs to Gn, which is Ng dash. Hence G belongs to Ng dash, this implies Ng equals to Ng dash. Since if B belongs to the right coset, if and only if that two cosets are same, then Gn equals to Ng dash equals to Ng, which proves that N is normal subgroup. Now see the next example. A subgroup N of a group G is normal if and only if product of any two right coset, it is again right coset. This is simple example or simple proof. If N is normal subgroup, Gn G inverse equals to N, that is Ng equals to Gn, and Na and B are any two right coset, then consider the product Na and B equals to Nn AB, Nn it is N, that is NAB. Therefore product of two right coset is again right coset. Now conversely, suppose that product of any two right coset, it is again right coset, then we have to prove that N is normal subgroup. Now we first prove that Na and B equals to Nc implies NAB equals to Nc. Now the identity in Na, that is EA, EB, it belongs to Na and B. Therefore AB belongs to Na and B, but Na and B it is Nc. Therefore Nc equals to NAB. Now by our assumption Ng inverse equals to N. Now Y belongs to G and G inverse, that is Y can be written as G small n G inverse for some n belongs to N. Hence Y equals to E G and G inverse, that is E is identity. Therefore Y belongs to Ng and G inverse, which is N. Hence G and G inverse contained in N, which proves that N is normal subgroup of group G. Next example, a subgroup N of a group G is normal if and only if two left coset of N is again left coset. Same proof by above. Next example, to check that is that normality is transitive, that is give an example of group G such that H and K are the subgroup of group G. H is normal in K, K is normal in G, but H is normal in not normal in G. That is transitivity property for the normality criteria, it is not hold. Now we prove by example. Suppose G is a group rho naught, rho 1 and the element, where the element are defined as a permutation. Now consider a subgroup K, rho naught, rho 2, delta 1, delta 2, H, rho naught, delta 1. H and K are subgroup. K having index in G2, K in H having index in 2, and any subgroup of index 2, it is normal subgroup. Therefore H is normal in K, K is normal in H, but H is not normal in G. Why? Since if we choose H equals to delta 1, G is equals to mu 1, then GH, G inverse, which is mu 1 delta 1 mu inverse, which is equals to delta 2, but delta 2 it is not in the subgroup H, therefore H is not normal in G. Therefore we say that transitivity for the normality criteria, it is not a hold. Now on the same way, next we solve the example that phi from in the exercise for the group homomorphism. If phi from G to G dash be a group homomorphism, then show that if order of G is finite, then order of phi of G is also finite and it is divisor of order of G. Now phi from G to G dash, it is group homomorphism, hence phi of G it is an subgroup of group G dash. Since phi of G it is subset contained in G dash, therefore phi of G it is finite. कारण G dash finite आहे, मग G dash phi of G ची ऑर्डर काय आहे, G dash च्या ऑर्डर पेक्षा लहान असणार आहे, म्हणून phi of G पण काय असणार आहे, finite असणार आहे. Then by Lagrange's theorem, if G is finite, H is subgroup of group G, then order of H divides order of G. Here using Lagrange's theorem, phi of G it is a subgroup of group G dash and implies order of phi of G divides order of G dash. Now see the next example. Show that any group homomorphism phi from G to G dash where order of G is prime must either be trivial homomorphism or one-to-one map. We know that group homomorphism phi is 1-1 map if and only if kernel is identity. Here phi is 1-1 mapping, then nothing to be proved. If phi is not a 1-1 mapping, then we will prove that phi is trivial mapping. Now phi is not a 1-1, then kernel of phi must be non-identity, that is order of kernel of phi is greater than or equal to 2. But kernel of phi is normal subgroup, we already proved. Then by Lagrange's theorem, order of kernel of phi must divides order of G. But order of G is prime and kernel of phi ची order non-identity असेल, then order of kernel of phi it is same as order of kernel of G. Hence kernel of phi it is same as G. This implies phi from G to G dash defined as a trivial homomorphism phi of G equals to identity in G dash. Now next example, show that if G, G dash, G double dash, it is exercise in previous chapter, are the group, and if phi from G to G dash and gamma from G dash to G double dash are the homomorphism, then the composite mapping that is gamma phi, it is also a homomorphism. It is simple. Gamma phi from G1, G2, where G1, G2 belongs to G. It is from the definition, it is gamma of phi of G1, G2. It is since mapping operation is composition, but phi is homomorphism. Therefore, phi of G1, G2, it is phi of G1, phi of G2. It is gamma of phi of G1, gamma of phi of G2, which is gamma of phi of G1 into gamma of phi of G2, which proves that gamma of phi, it is homomorphism. Now see the next example in the exercise, that phi from G to H is a group homomorphism. Then show that phi of G is abelian if and only if for all xy belongs to G, xy, x inverse, y inverse belongs to kernel of phi. Suppose that phi of G is abelian, then phi of x into phi of y, it is same as phi of y into phi of x. Then pre-multiplying by phi of x inverse, this implies phi of x into phi of x inverse identity. Therefore, we have phi of x into phi of y into phi of x inverse equals to phi of y into identity. Similarly, pre-multiplying by phi of y inverse. Therefore, we have phi of x, phi of y, phi of x inverse, phi of y inverse, it is identity. But phi is homomorphism. This implies it becomes phi of x, y, x inverse, y inverse. It is an identity. This implies x, y, x inverse, y inverse belongs to kernel of phi. Now conversely, x, y, x inverse, y inverse belongs to kernel of phi. Then phi of x, y, x inverse, y inverse identity, but phi is homomorphism. Therefore, it can be written as phi of x, phi of y, phi of x inverse, y inverse. It is identity in G dash. Now phi is homomorphism. Phi of x inverse can be written as phi of x bracketing inverse, phi of y bracketing inverse. Therefore, we have phi of x into phi of y, phi of x inverse, phi of y inverse, and post multiplying by phi of y, this implies phi of x, phi of y, phi of x inverse equals to phi of y. Again, post multiplying by phi of x, we have phi of x, phi of y, this is identity, equals to phi of y into phi of x. This proves that phi of x into phi of y equals to phi of y into phi of x. This proves that phi of G is abelian group.